Alright. Let's talk about this tweet, man. Why do people play Vegito? No. What is the recent influx of this character? Well, let me tell you. As I eat my pepino, my cucumber, it's so good. Oh my god, you want some? It's healthy. Alright, man. What happened from people kind of played him to not really to all of a sudden he blew up in popularity, right? He's already a cool character to some people, you know. Just aesthetically appealing, right? I mean, look at him. My man got drip, right? He pulls up into the club and he 5Ls your girlfriend. What do? Vegito pulls up to the club and he 5Ls your girlfriend. That's his girl now. Alright? That's his girl now. Anyways, why is he so damn good? Why do people play this character now? What happened? Where'd he go? Well, let's talk about the biggest thing about him first and foremost, right? It's not even his buttons. It's not even 5M, right? It's his damage. It's his damage, right? This is probably one of the biggest things about him. He's had this for the longest time, right? If I could do this combo. I'm not a Vegito master, you have to forgive me. He's had big damage for a long time, right? So it's like, okay, well, that's fine. Big damage, but you don't have too much else, right? Big damage, super simple combo that I don't even know how to optimize, right? I reach 5.3k. Basic bread and butter with one re-jump. That's really easy if you know how to do it, okay? Now he has big damage and some of the best neutral in the game, right? Some of the best neutral in the games. Best specials, right? They buffed this, right? I don't know why they buffed EX legs, right? EX legs were already safe. They already went mad far, right? They already did everything you wanted. It was kind of nuts. I don't know why. No clue why. They made it even better, right? It's kind of nuts. It's safe as hell. It's one of the best get out of the corner tools in the game, right? So they buffed that. They buffed Spirit Sword, right? He can abuse special tag, right? With doing L legs into Dragon Rush, right? Even at max scaling. So the special attack mechanic really benefits him for some ungodly reason, right? And then you just mash Dragon Rush, boom, you just did 5.6k for nothing, right? Do an optimal combo, you TLT, bada boom, bada bing, and call it a day, right? You live and learn, like the Sonic song. This character's crazy, man. So yeah, damage, can use special attack mechanics really well, right? Now let's talk about his buttons, right? I just had to get the biggest thing about him out of the way, was his damage, which has now been amplified, okay? But things like his level 4, which we'll talk about later. So 5L, you know, this button is a huge, this used to be the button you would press in neutral, right? Before this got buffed. Sometimes you would throw this button out, but you wouldn't throw it out too often. It was very sparing, right? Because it was much slower. It went probably 30% less of the distance than it does now. Until they buffed it, right? This is now the best button in all of Dragon Ball. This is literally the best button in the whole game. You think it's not, you're actually insane. This button is so good, and we'll get to that at the end of his normals. But anyways, 5L is mad good, right? Reason 5L is mad good is that if somebody delays their wake up timing, right? Like if you miss time, you wake up meaty. It doesn't even matter, you know, right? Not too often as much as another character. Due to the simple fact that 1, it's a multi-hitting 5L, and 2, you can still go to the second hit of auto combo, right? Like, oh no, I messed up my timing. Just kidding. You cover so many different timings with this. It's not even funny. So this is great. This is a great grace to have. Look at that grace period. You know, oh, I hit it too early. That's fine. You have a multi-hitting normal. And even if that all whiffs, you can still go to the second hit of auto combo, you know? So that's really great to have. There's a lot of, what's the word I'm looking for? Room for error because of this button on a wake up. If people try to delay wake up. Okay. 2L, 1 goes hella far, 2, right? Like, this button goes mad far, too. It actually goes further than 5M, but it's definitely slower than 5M by like 11 frames. Well, it probably barely goes further than 5M, if we're being honest here. Still goes mad far. It's a low crush as well, right? So if your opponent does something like a low, right? You blow them up for it. It literally says invincibility, low attack only. It's a medium starter, right? You can vanish off of it if they block it because it's true. Boom, right? It's great to have. Just another tool in his arsenal for no reason. Yeah, 2L goes mad far, bro. Mad far. For no reason whatsoever. Alright. 2M is great because that's also a button that goes pretty damn far, right? Like, all his buttons go really far for some reason. I don't think he has any button that does not go far. I don't think he has a single button that doesn't go far outside of like 5L, right? Like his 5M goes mad far, his 2M goes mad far, his 2L goes mad far, 5M goes mad far, right? These are all war crimes, okay? These are all war crimes, okay? I don't get it, but these are all reasons why people gravitate towards this character, because he's just so... You have such a presence in the neutral when fighting your opponent, right? Your presence is so massive, okay? And then don't forget, he has Ki Blast too, right? He has 2 different Ki Blasts. He has 5S and 6S, right? Which, once again, go mad far, right? Goes mad far. I don't know if you could combo off of it at max distance, though. Oh, man. That's crazy. This goes mad far. That's crazy, B. Almost. Wow. Can you Spirit Sword this? Woof. So he also has Spirit Sword that goes mad far, right? Like I said, buttons that just go mad far. That's crazy, man. He also looks cool. You kind of spitting. We already talked about that, though. So yeah, so he has a lot of long-range normals, right? That some of them aren't even super committal, you know. And they're great for stagger pressure too, right? This one's a little more negative. I will always play this character. Yeah, he's good, bro. And you know, the same rule applies with Ki Blast, right? If they super dash or something, you can cancel to level 3, right? So don't think if you do this and they super dash you, you're easy pickings. You can also cancel into Command Grab, right? So that's pretty much it for his ground normals. There's gonna be something I'm gonna talk about 5M and 2L after this, but I'll talk about it when I'm done with his normals. He's also got great air normals too, right? Like JL, you know, it's not your go-to button in the air, but if you're trying to get those sneaky cross-ups later, you definitely can. You know, you just JL Spirit Sword, and then you make your opponent explode, because any hit does mad damage, right? It's kind of nuts. And then if they block Spirit Sword, right, you can just OS with Banshee Blast. It's kind of crazy, the amount of options this character has, right? Oh, I mean, you might not actually be able to OS. Oh, you can OS. I lied. That's crazy. This character's out here, bro. This character's just got it all. Oh, it cancels into super. That's crazy. So you can cancel Banshee Blast OS into super. It's not the best thing to do, right? Or maybe you can actually not cancel it. Is there anything you can do? The point is he can OS this, which is nuts. You don't get a... No wonder I've seen Vegitos do this. I've seen Vegitos do IDL into Spirit Sword into a super, and I'm like, why? Why don't you just super dash? Because they're doing this OS. Man, you could probably tag, maybe. It all makes so much sense now, bros. No, you can't tag, but that makes so much sense. Okay, I figured something out, right? Like I've talked about many a time before. You play a character and you figure out why X, Y, and Z happened. So now when you see it in a match, you're like, that's why that happened. They did jump, ID jab, Spirit Sword, Banshee Blast, right? Because they didn't know it was gonna hit, and so they were like, okay, well let me super here because I can't super dash. All right. Anyways, to his other air normals, right? JM, it's pretty good, right? Doesn't work as well as IAD heavy, but if you find yourself at this distance, it's definitely a more so go-to button, just due to the simple fact that it's faster, right? Oh man, this button's nuts. All his toolkit is pretty great. You know, especially IDH, it literally knocks anybody in the mouth, and then you don't even have to dash to confirm this. You just 5M, right? 5M, 2M. Oh, whoops. And then you just do whatever combo into 1,000,000 damage, right? Oh yeah, 2H. I forgot about this button. This button is mad good, dude. Look how high he goes. Look how high he goes, right? And he also goes outward when he does it. So it's very hard to avoid this, man. This is such a forgiving 2H due to how much ground it covers. Oh yeah, it does hit behind him, right? It might be character dependent, but yeah, this does hit some characters from the back for some weird reason. I don't know what characters and what situation, but yeah. F blocked, you could OS with 2-3 success. Exactly. Even if they block it, you could do this, right? But anyways, 2H is a great button, right? It hits behind them in certain situations. Probably on the bigger characters like say Brawly or something like that. I don't know. J2H, this button, bro. For combos, say less. The amount of times I've been hit by a Vegito where they do this. And then they just do that, right? It's like, oh, I didn't carry you far enough. Hold on. Bro, that is crazy. Man, that 2H, just the corner carry he gets from his specials is really nuts. It's really, really good. You can get to the corner super easy. It's kind of an understatement. Like, look how far I was from the corner. I was more than mid-screen away. 2H in the corner leads to mad damage. Yeah, that too, right? What is the combo that the Vegitos do? They do something like something like that, right? Or you explode. I don't even know what the hell I'm doing, dude. It's probably not optimal. Like, I know if they do this, right? If they 2H when their back's to the wall. Bro, look at that damage. I mean, if I did Spirit Sword earlier and then 2-3-6L, it would have worked. That's the wrong corner. You have to do your back to the wall. You could just S in the corner too. Don't have to waste. Well, I mean, it depends if what hit you get, right? But if you do something like this, right? Oh, do you have to do this? Yeah, you do. I mean, I don't know what's optimal with this character, right? I don't play this character. I'm not a Vegito main, you know. Bruh. Yeah, I don't even know what I'm doing out here. I'm just hitting buttons and I'm breaking 5K like it's nothing. Well, this isn't a combo video. This isn't a guide. It's just talking about why people play this character and why he's so powerful, right? So anyways, yeah. All his buttons are dummy. He probably has collectively all the best buttons tied to one character, right? Like straight up. All right, so like I mentioned earlier, there's something I want to talk about 5M and 2L, right? 5M, 2L. He can do 5M back into 2L. So that means you could, you know, with your super long full screen button, you could do this, right? Right? You go back to crouching light. Something that Adult Gohan, you know, I'm glad he actually got picked for the other team. Something that Gohan needs to be, what level am I? I think I'm level 1. Level 5 to get, right? What level am I? I'm 4. Gohan needs to be level 5 to get this. He needs to spend 5 meters to be able to do this. Same thing that Vegito does. Not nearly as far. Not nearly as potent, right? My man has to spend 5 whole ass bars. And Vegito out here just... Right? It's like, oh no, I'm -4, bro. Oh no. You know, oh, I just went into crouching medium instead. Right? He's actually out here. He's actually out here. It's crazy. Poor Gohan, man. But Vegito does it better. The thing is, Gohan can cancel all of his moves. I would rather Gohan have reverse beat at level 0 if I could do this into this with a button this big, bro. No amount of levels right, is gonna give you a button this good. It's just not. There's just no way. Even if he's level 7, he's not gonna have a button this good. All right, so give you a button this good into already having reverse speed. Anyways, yeah. So that's like a special thing between him and Gohan, right? Is they can go from a heavier button to a lighter button. Vegito can only do 5M into crouching light, but that's still really good. Especially when this button right here, you can vanish, right? And it's a true block string. So it kind of lets you do what you want at this point. So they could just do... Oh, whoops. Oh, they gotta keep blocking. They gotta keep blocking. But you can do this. It's not a true string, but that doesn't really matter. Because you're not gonna challenge here. You never really see people challenge here. And if you do try to challenge, then they'll just do this, right? They'll do this. There's a lot of things Vegitos can do if they just land that one button, right? They end in EX legs and they're safe. Like, look at that distance between the two of you. You're -4. There's nothing you can do here. You can't punish this. No character. No, I'm sorry. No, it's already unpunishable, but there's no way you'll make him block. The vanish is capped. It's still good, check. Because, sure, you can hold S to super jump out, but you still get 5L'd. So now you block 5L in the air, right? What? Why are you not jumping? Man, I gotta... Oh, man, that sucks. That sucks. How would I'm gonna have to time this... Maybe like that? Dude, no. Yeah, you avoid the 5L. I don't believe that because I've been 5L to yeah, I'm gonna have to make the bot do it, huh? Yeah, it doesn't avoid it. I don't know who you did it against, but it doesn't avoid it. You have to super jump forward. I literally just got smoked trying to super jump forward. I am holding this. Dude, there's no avoiding this. You just did it against a Vegito player who didn't do it right. Maybe it's just smalls. So it's only limited to 4 people in the game. Anyways, so my point being was you could hold S to avoid, you know, cross up Spirit Sword and other stuff like that, right? But if you just 5Ls, you gotta hold that. You have to hold that, right? Until whatever he does. So there's an option off of it. I thought I'd share that because, you know, it's a super annoying situation that everyone finds themselves in. So if you hold S and you just hold up back, he can't 5L you meaty on the ground and punish you, right? Because it's a 7-framer. If he tries to do something cheeky like vanish, jump, same side sword, you know, you'll avoid it, right? Or, you know, 2M to try to fake the jump. That's a cool little pro tip. We talked about his normals, right? Coverage Spirit Sword, right? You can use this as a same side or cross up. It's a really good move, right? People say he has no mix, but he has the most potent left-right mix in the game with this. Or he does this, right? Or he can even super dash same side, whatever. You know, a lot of the time, Vegito players, if they don't do this, they're not playing Vegito, right? It's just such an easy mix-up, you know. And you can opt to do this, right? That's pretty much it for the normals. A dumb little buff they gave him, though, was you can now Spirit Sword in a block string, right? Before, you used to not be able to do this. You used to not be able to do... Right? So, it's just another tool in his arsenal, right? Like, that's crazy. It's crazy that he can do all that, right? Oh, I'll stop my pressure here. Oh, you try to super dash that. You got Spirit Sworded, right? He used to not be able to do this, but they gave it to him, I think, this patch? Maybe the previous one. I think it was this patch, though. This was the patch that made him dummy. Alright, first and foremost, this special is probably one of the most busted specials in the entire game. It's safe as hell, right? If you land the hit, they just die, right? They just explode. This is a simple bread and butter combo, and I did 5.6k before any resources were spent besides the EX. Any EX legs, it leads to you're exploding on the ground. In the air, it juggles a little different, right? You don't get the 2M on the ground. Usually you have to super dash here. Oh, that's way too far out of the corner. But you still get pretty decent damage out of it. And he beats... You mean he gains meter? Oh, he's too far. But yeah, even in the air, he still gets mad damage. Not as much, obviously, if he lands it on the ground. But if you're using it in the air, you're usually using it as a movement tool because it's scary, fast forward moving special. That's, you know, he recovers really fast once it's over. Cloud Vegito player, son. He actually goes more than full screen with this. That's crazy. That's, you know how far that is? That's more than full screen far. Thank you. I'll be here all day. Oh man. And then he has command grab. This is nuts. Alright. Just a simple fact that, not even the fact that, you know, it's like other command grabs that's frame one head invul. The fact that it moves him up and away. Right? So if, you know, you're dashing in, right? And the Vegito player tries to do this. Right? And you get a safe jump or whatever. He's 99% of the time safe because you're not going to react in time to this. There's just no way. Right, he's in the air. You have to up forward in the other direction, jump jab. There's just no way you're reacting to this without at least having it in the back of your mind that he can do it. And he can jump away. And he doesn't really have recovery. He has 3 frames of recovery when he lands, which is next to nothing, right? And he can do this. He can do this, right? He can do that again. You know, you can't really chase him down with the fear of getting hit by this, you know. Or maybe he'll throw a EX command grab your way because you try to jump jab him. Super hard to guess what he's gonna do. He has so many options. Or, you know, he could opt to just do this, right? Also mix up after block 2H LMH. I mean, well, you need an assist for something like, right? You need an assist to do something like this. But the problem with this is you have huge landing recovery. But I understand what you're saying, right? It's more so the left-right aspect of it. Yeah, it's something like that. This gives him left-right mix. I used float to avoid punish it before. I'm kind of nasty. Yeah, there you go, my butt. Vegito baby having... Yeah, any command grab that's from the ground that puts you up and away airborne is... so incredible. It's great. It's fantastic. Right? One of the best things you could probably ask for. You know? But yeah, he's definitely got a top... I would say top 2 command grab in the game. Zebrali having the best, right? At least for anti-airs. Zebrali having the best with his Tiger Knee armored grab that does mad damage. Bro, I'm always making typos. I understood, dude. EX legs, like I said, super safe. Goes mad far, right? You have to be very careful when playing neutral with this character. You don't want to get hit by this because you'll probably die. This is his, I think this is his best starter on the ground. It just gives him so much damage. So much damage. It's kind of unfair. We're being real. Then he has Banshee Blast. Banshee Blast, unlike the other two, is not a top 5 special. It's alright. You could bait people with it, right? You know, you're throwing Banshee Blast and someone super dashes. Yasha did this unwanted recently, and I was like, damn, I can't believe he got baited. Yeah, if you ever see a Vegito just Banshee blasting in neutral with 3 bars, they're probably trying to bait you to level 3 you know. So you gotta be really careful. Really careful. Because if you get hit by it, then he goes into level 4, and then you just lose 5.4k for no reason. What's his last special? Counter. Counter's not all that great. Counter's trash. Especially because you get punished, right? So you gotta be super careful with this counter. I'm not sure if everyone can punish it, but any character with a good normal can punish it. Yeah, this is probably one of the worst counters in the game. Ooh, he's so far. No, you need a privilege button to punish. Oh, I don't have the privilege, bro. That's crazy. So yeah, not every character can punish this, but the pick rate for characters with great normals that can is kind of high right now. No, 5S would be too slow. and then you get hit, and then you just explode, right? But like I said, there's only a handful of characters that could punish it. They need to have a big enough button to where they could 5M you, right? The only characters that could probably do it are 21, Vegito, maybe Gogeta 4 with like a micro dash 5M or something. We were talking about this earlier. I'm glad I have proof for this. We were talking about Vegito 2H hitting behind him, and it probably being big characters. Oh, there you go. It's definitely a thing. It's probably just character dependent. Feels bad, man. Yeah, that's pretty much it for his specials. He has 2 top 5 specials with the X-Leg and Command Grab. Especially because you could combo off of this in the corner, right? Like you had the 2H in the corner. You do this. You know, until whatever, and then they explode, right? Because fair. And another good thing about it too is that since it's a command grab, he always gets a smash knockdown, right? He always gets the smash knockdown as long as you do the medium version. It's great to have any grab, which all grabs do, right? That give you smash knockdown. It's great. It's great to have a grab that can give you a smash knockdown, especially one in the air, because you can do an extensive combo and then just unlike, you know, S Brawly, for example, where you have to do it on the ground, right? You can't really do it in the air because he doesn't have a way to do a smash knockdown in the air outside of just a regular heavy knockdown or Dragon Rush. What about his move where he pulls out a gun? That's DLC, dude. Okay, moving on. All right, all that's left really are his assists and specials. This assist right here, top 2 in the game. Free. The only thing that might be better is Krillin Rocks, but the fact that he spawns behind you and above and he's so fast is cheap. It's so cheap, right? And then you get the hit and you have what, over a second to combo into it. Nah, 54 frames, almost a second, right? Just dash up, button, right? You can do combos into assist. Vegito comboing into assist is a little different than other characters. He more so uses a special tag into assist. You think Krillin's is better? Yeah, Krillin's might be better, but this is definitely great because he pops up above and behind you. Even if he's not above and behind you, the fact that he jumps so fast after coming out, right? Like, my man, where is the beginning of his jump startup? Why are you just in the air? What is happening? He's just in the air, bro. His other assists are not worth it, man. There's no reason you should be playing, you know, kicks and Spirit Sword. If Banshee Blast assist was how it was before the patch, then yeah, sure, you could try B assist or whatever. But once they buffed this and they made it, you know, 54 frames of hit stun that you could combo off of, it's like, oh, that's a wrap. It's done. It's over. And you don't even need multiple Ki Blasts to hit you. You just need the one, right? I don't think I could, like, make only one hit. You know, it's actually kind of hard. But yeah, as long as just one hits, dude, you have all that time to combo into it. Finally, his supers. Spirit Sword, hella buff. One of the strongest skilled supers in the game. I actually don't know what this super's called. What's it called? Instant Transmission something? Oh, Omega Finishing Blow. Okay. I feel like they could have thought of a cooler name, but that's just me. But yeah, Omega Finishing Blow. Arrow K, right? But you typically don't want to get this super. You typically want to land in Spirit Sword. And Spirit Sword does more damage if he's basically at the base of it, right? At least when it's maximum scaled. Oh, even when it's not maximum scaled, right? Look at full screen, he does 2150. If you're in his face, you do 2510, right? So you definitely want to be closer to get the extra damage. And then he has his level 3, right? Which is Arrow K. It's always good to have an Arrow K super. Or Arrow K level 3, I should say. I believe this also punishes bad vanishes? Are you on all block? No. Yeah, that's always good to have. Can you command grab this? That's cheap. That's cheap as hell. This command grab's fast enough to grab bad vanishes. That's cheap as hell, bro. That's nuts. And then you could special tag, and then you could probably get a re-jump off of it, dude. That's nuts, man. What a character, bro. Because Vegito can't combo it off of himself without spending a bar, right? I don't know what you do here. I'm not sure, but the experiment, figure it out, right? What a good kid. What a great character, man. Please, Arxis, I'm begging you. Make the rest of this cast. Make the rest of the cast this good, man. Imagine being able to play, I don't know, Yamcha or like Goku Black with these kind of moves and tools, bro. That'd be nuts. That'd be tight, man. Anyways, finally the last thing he got was, since every blue-haired character in this game has a level 5, they decided to give Vegito not a level 5, but he has a level 4. So apparently he had problems dealing damage, so they're like, well, let's let him deal more damage, right? So now he has an added super at the end of his level 3 because he needed it, you know. He wasn't doing enough damage. Well, that's pretty much it. That's why people play Vegito nowadays. They've always loved him, dude. They were always a Vegito fan since day one, alright? Just like Biken fans. They always played her in every other game. Oh, man. And always remember, y'all, please like, sub, comment. You know, as my shirt says, thank you, thank you, thank you. I'll see you on the next one. Please post in the comments if I missed anything. Please let me know what you love about Vegito or what you don't like about Vegito, because I know there's a lot of us out there. Maybe it's a hate-love relationship. I don't know. But I'll catch you on the next one, and let me know what other character you want me to talk about. I'm really surprised I haven't talked about Vegito yet, so deuces, y'all. Take it easy.